Why do you care so much and put so much effort into people finding Islam? Why do you care?
Look, this is the thing with a lot of Christian apologists and so-called ex-Muslim atheists and all that. They're all about money. They're just trying to make their worldly. That's why they got Patreons. That's why they make it. For us as Muslims, we realize that there is a much greater purpose than money. There is a purpose of connecting the creation to the Creator. And that's essential because I don't want my worst enemy going to hell. I want everybody to be safe from the hellfire. I want everybody to go to Jannah. And the only way to Jannah is a tawheed, is the belief in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, following the last prophet. This is what we know, this is what we believe. So what does that mean? That means it's my responsibility and your responsibility to make sure that we convey this message properly to everybody. Otherwise, we will be held accountable on the Day of Judgment. We are from that last nation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ تَأْمَرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْحَوْنَ عَلَى الْمُنكَرِ وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. What does Allah? You are the best of nations, sent out. We didn't just get here on accident. This is a purpose that we have to benefit mankind. For the sake of mankind, we invite them towards good and we forbid them from evil. That's a shart. That's a condition for us to be from this nation, to be called the best of nations. As Umar ibn Khattab said in his tafsir of this ayah. Understanding where I lived and the hoods I grew up with and the misguidance that I saw, I realized this country, this world needs Islam for their benefit in this life, to save them from drugs and gangs and craziness that we see going on. And it's worse now than it was when I was growing up. Now you got this rainbow flag nonsense and all these guys thinking they're cats or whatever else going on. To save mankind from that in this world, we need Islam. And to save them from the hellfire, the hereafter, they need Islam. Our beautiful Prophet ﷺ made dua for his worst enemies. The people of Taif that injured him, then blood would flow from his head, he was making dua for their guidance. Why? Because he realized how horrible hellfire is and how beautiful Jannah is and how important this is. So he would even take his own harm on himself, but he would make dua for them. As I was mentioning in the khutbah today, when Rasulullah was in Uhud and the mushrikeen, they injured him and they harmed his cheek and broke his tooth and blood flowed from his Mubarak face. Even then he was making dua for them. So understanding that, it's essential that we get this message of Tawheed, of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah to everybody. And as many people as we can, by the will of Allah, Allah is the one who guides. We have them enter the fold of Islam so they can be saved from the hellfire. Money, fame, views, none of that matters. It's absolutely nothing.